Just made it into Idaho last night. Ended up in the same camp spot I've been in the last couple of years somehow. Uh, but pretty much just got in, ate some dinner, got camp set up. So we're all looking good to go there. Got a pretty good setup. And me and Chicky are just going to spend the next couple of days here kind of touring around, looking for some new baiting spots. And then we're going to send her home on an airplane in a couple of days, and then going to get to the bear hunting. So that's the game plan. Let's get to it. Man, the skeeters are coming out pretty thick now that it's not raining. But anyhow, dropped Chicky off at the airport and picked up my barrels. So did a bunch of scouting the couple of days she was here, just cruising different roads. Put on a ton of miles, found one really good looking new spot. So probably gonna run that, and then a couple of the old standby baits. So kind of just gonna hurry up and try to get all this stuff swapped around, loaded up in the car, get 3 baits kick started. Jay Money should be here tomorrow night, and we're gonna start hunting the next day. So plenty of work to do between now and then, but shouldn't be too bad. Just three baits to put out in a day, 24 hours, no problem. But gonna eat some lunch and get to it. Don't have a ton of extra time. Finally made it up to the new bait. Might have bit off a little more than I could chew. Wasn't so bad without nothing on my back, but the barrel and a bunch of bait, and I don't know, it's probably like 80 pounds or something, 500 feet up the mountain, was a little more than I bargained for. Not going to be running this all up here myself ever again, that's for sure. But should be a really good spot as long as I ever make it back up the hill. But I don't know. Taking a little breather and then going to throw it in and head back down to camp. Jay Money should be here this afternoon, evening sometime, so I'm taking a break right now though. Jay Money rolled in yesterday afternoon. We got his camp set up back here, and he brought all the rest of the bait. We got 10 totes of bait, so we're getting everything kind of organized. Got to go hang the stands and check cameras. 2 of them have been out over 2 nights. Hasn't really rained much since I put them out, so that's good for scent. So we're gonna check 2 for sure, freshen up bait, get stands up, go from there. So back to work we go. Dustin's gonna get a little taste of humping some bait, checking cams. It's gonna be a good time. Well, it was sunny when we left camp, and I left the raincoat and took the sunglasses. Now we're waiting out a brief hailstorm. I think it's pretty much done now. She's changed a lot in 10 miles of driving. Classic Idaho.
Sunny and 65 to hail, 52.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Par for the course, really. Well, 2 of our baits got hammered in the 2 days, 2 good shooter bears each, and then the new one did not get touched at all. So we're gonna do a little dinking around here today. I gotta dig through this pile of stuff here in my humble tent setup, my humble abode, and we're gonna get ready to go do some hunting here tonight yet. Gonna actually start doing some hunting after a week of just camping. It's gonna be good. It's supposed to have rained the last couple of days, but it has not hardly rained at all since I put the baits out, so going really good as far as that goes. I'm sure this angle is really good as well, but probably it's not my best angle. But gonna get up, get some coffee, and go do some hunting tonight. See some bears. Sit 2022 bear season. Been over scouting, setting baits for about a week to the day, finally getting into a tree. this bait had been just violated since we refilled it yesterday, so took me forever to get in the tree with all the camera stuff, new camera arm, new climbing belt, whatever. Hopefully that goes a little smoother the next week, but there's definitely been some bears in here. Emptied the bait out again, so let's get this party started. Watch some bears. Well, just got back to the buggy here, shucking off some long johns. Pretty much scampered up the hill as quick as I could after it got dark. Was pretty much covered up in bears all night long. Probably the best hunt I've had over here. Not probably, definitely the best hunt I've had over here. So, saw the first one 5 minutes after I got ready and sat down. That was definitely a probably not shooter. But then the last couple of hours I saw 4 more bears, sorry. 5 total, 4 more, all shooters. One was a big black sow. She was running off boars. They were circling the bait. Of course, I only got one on camera. A chocolate boar ended up getting almost to the bait. I got him on camera, I think, but the rest were just kind of looping around, scent checking, getting chased by that sow, all within like 30 yards. So seen a bunch of them multiple times, and then eventually that big black sow got mounted by a big cinnamon bear. So that was pretty cool. And then they kind of wandered off, and it was pretty dark, so I just got down and scampered up the hill. So didn't really bust anything, but gonna head back to camp. Hopefully Jay Money had a little action. It's his first bear hunt, so hopefully he at least seen a bear. Got the old blood pumping a little bit. So either way, pretty dope night. Got like 5 days to go, 6 days, 5 days, something like that. So plenty of time to let the air out of one yet.
Here we go. Go find the bear.
Gail is saying that she was told to stop shaving her armpits before filming. Gail is supposed to pin off.
Well, Justin shot a black bear last night. Wasn't too sure. I don't know, it was a hard quarter. Thought maybe liver in one lung, so we waited overnight. It rained a bunch. He didn't see any blood when he hit it. Went about 100 yards and found its arrow in some veins where she pulled it out of herself. And, yeah. Kind of just trying to track now. Haven't seen any blood in the rain, but kind of going off scuff marks so far. Took a little looking, but the old bloodhound down there found some blood. Got pretty decent blood, bear blood in the rain now. Just
better.
inching along, doing our thing.
dead a while.
Yeah.
And rained on.
We lost blood.
And we about stepped on her.
It says, I
Blended
don't know.
right in with the black bark.
It did. It blended right in
bark.
with that burnt tree. I seen a bit of blood right here. Justin was standing,
I was
about
standing
2 steps back this way.
Yeah.
And I said, it's right there.
3 yards from it and I didn't even see it.
3 yards away.
Can't you see though that it blends right in?
It does blend right in.
Holy.
Oh, well, she didn't make it all the way to the bottom. Just most of the way. Oh, we got ourselves some work to do.
She come in about 7:40. Upwind of the bait, uphill of the bait, looped around the bait, walked right up to my tree. I could have spit on her, about 5 yards, or closer than that. Didn't know if I should grab my pistol or my bow. Looked like she was gonna come up the tree at me, with me. I just slowly started reaching for my bow and she got a little spooky and sprinted back towards the bait. I got to full draw on her. She's quartered hard away. She turned to the left, gave me a look, just opened her up. Let her have it. I thought she was more broadside. Got her right behind the shoulder and it come out right in the brisket. Pretty much sprinted straight down the mountain, 300 yards or so. And here we are the next day with a dead bear, next morning.
Same stand that I hunted last night. By the time we found Justin's bear and got it out, it was like 3 o'clock already and beat feet up here, so I'm running a little later than last night, but the barrel had been totally torn apart again, emptied out, so I got like 2.5 hours to hunt, so hopefully they're still hanging around and one might be a little bit more comfortable coming into the shooting hole here. Just super thick, but maybe I'll even get one on camera. couldn't see him good, but the camera had no light. Probably still got 15, 20 minutes of shooting light outside of this little thicket that the bait's in. But saw that bear 45 minutes ago, and he just started making faster and faster loops behind me, and finally got into the bait area. I feel really good about the shot. Pretty sure it's sticking in a tree down there, so didn't hear a death moan, but heard a big crash. I don't know. Probably go get the arrow and go from there, but hopefully we got another bear down. Hot damn. 8:42, he says. Jay Money's loaded up with some bait. We're gonna drop some bait off. The shot looked really good last night in my mind, but the arrow looked a little less convincing, so didn't hear death moan, didn't hear it crash, so we just set the alarm this morning, got up, and gonna rebait, go see if we can't lug another bear out today. Feel pretty good about it, but it's gonna be a whole lot easier in the daylight, I reckon. So we're gonna get down and start poking around here. Alright, so the bait set. I'm standing at the bait. The stand should be right up here somewhere. And bear was standing right here on the other side of these logs. Oh, right in here. My broadhead stuck in that tree right there, so pretty sure he went looping around, and then Jay hooked. Heard some big crashing over this way, so Jay Money's gonna get his stuff packed up, and we'll start gandering around, see if we can't round him up. Pretty rough recovery. Well, not rough. It took a while, a couple hours, I suppose, hour and a half. Took a little while. We found some blood right out the gate. Found some where I heard him come crashing through, and then we got to a thicket of alders, and that was pretty much the end of the blood. Couldn't tell if he went down or over. Just started zigzagging. Caught a trail right here, a bear trail. Seen some big scuff marks coming down, and was just looking to see if I could find any blood on it, and put the eyeball down on the creek bottom. He's laying down there dead. So it'll be nice and cool down there in the creek.
Observed.
Yeah, nature's refrigerator. So I'm getting a little nervous.
Go put our hands on it.
Yeah, I was getting a little nervous, but we're good now. We're gonna go check them out.
REC, we're going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks different now.
Well, she kind of probably made a good call waiting to come back in the morning again. Would have been some tough night tracking. Probably would have just maybe gave it up. But ended up finding her down in the creek. She was quartered. Shot was about where I thought it on the entry, but come back out just behind the ribs on the exit. So either way, definitely got a little lucky finding her, just following scuff marks down the mountain. But found her, and gonna do some more butchering and haul her out of this hole. We do got a nice creek right here to look at while we do it, but we're gonna be a couple of whooped middle-aged fellas here. This Idaho stuff, just nothing really seems to come too easy. So gonna need some more ibuprofen and get back out and stand tonight. Do it all over again. 3 days to go. We're ready to head up the hill. Meat bag. Jay Money gets to haul the hide today because it's the light load. My bear. So he's a little nervous about the steepness of this ridge up there, but it's no more than like a mile or so to the car. It's gonna be easy peasy. Cakewalk. Maybe a little too much for a couple of Iowa guys to do. Might have to take a day off tonight. Damn. Well, I got my meat squared away here this afternoon. Didn't have a lot of time, but I got a couple hours to hunt, so I climbed up here shit bait stand where I think I shot his bear a couple days ago. So got a couple, maybe a little more hours till dark. So the bait had not been hit yesterday, but looks like it got hammered while we were gone last night. So we'll see. Maybe get into a little action here yet. Took me a couple hours to get in here, but I'm up at the Mile High stand. It's a new bait. It took a few days to get hit, but it got hit a few days in a row here with a big boar and a sow. So only a couple days to hunt, so I'm up here just dumping some more bait, hoping to get it established for next year. But I think it took like 2 hours to walk up in here. I was squat testing a tree on the way up, and my back fell halfway down the ridge, so I had to go back down and get that. It's hot, so I was just trying not to sweat too much, but I did see a puma on the road driving up here, so that was pretty awesome. That's the first cat I've ever seen, so we'll see. Justin sat here last night, didn't see anything, so hopefully we got a real good wind blowing out into this big drainage, so one could show up at any time at this point, so here goes nothing. Hopefully we can shoot a big old booger back here. It's definitely a place to find a big bear, I think, so we'll find out. Sniffed around, got down on all fours, boogied 15 yards, and then just walked off. Still got some time hopefully he comes back. Well, we only got one more night to hunt, so we're in pulling the Mile High Club right now. Got the barrel loaded up. J Money's getting the stand packed up. She was a little bit of a slow start, seen that big guy last night, and then we got in here today and the bait was just crushed. Ate everything on the ground, emptied the whole barrel. Barrel was pretty much full from just filling it up every time we showed up, so hopefully next year they're going to be on it a little quicker. Shoot one of them big old son of a guns and then haul them out off the Mile High Club up the Billy Goat Trail. Well, it's the last hurrah. We pulled that one bait here this morning. We're back where I killed my bear there beginning of the week. Kind of throwing everything we got at it. It's been getting hit the last couple of days, but not nearly as hard as it was. Just been a couple bears on it, so I'm set up on the bait. Justin is sitting with the rifle, I don't know, 400 yards that way across the chainage. See if we can't catch one, maybe just scent checking if they don't come into the bait. So anyhow, like I said, we're going Hail Mary, trying to get a bear bust here this afternoon, and then we're gonna meet at the stand at dark, pull this bait, drive over, get the other bait, pull that one, then be able to get up and pack up in the morning right away and roll on out of here. So fingers crossed. Well, that's a wrap. We're packing up camp. Ended up just seeing that one little year-old cub there last night. So pulled the rest of the stands. Well, pulled that stand, pulled the other stand, and now we're packing up the rest of our gear here and gonna get it sorted out and packed up and head home. It was a good time. We're getting a little bit of hail now while we're packing up, so that's cool. At least it killed the mosquitoes there for a minute. But till next year, do it again. Fitting it in. See how much stuff rattles in